Premier, right? So it would kind of have to would getting that mileage stipend be worth it? I don't know. We're talking about. You said the policy over by you would be about like 1,100 a week. I mean, a month.
Well, that's what it used to be, but that was several years ago, and that was on the Caddy.
Right,
that was on the truck.
So
that's not on a Tesla. I don't know what it is on a Tesla. Especially,
would it be less or more? I'm wondering that.
Commercial insurance is going to be about the same. It's going to be about the same
because
it goes by mileage and area that you plan to work.
Yeah, so I mean, if I was to compare, and I know I technically I drive in a different area than Scott, but I'm wondering, what his kind of numbers were, and would my Tesla be more expensive than his truck? Because you said mileage and what?
Well, it's usually based on where you're working and how you're working. Depends on the type of work you're.
So technically, I'm out of LA.
And then whatever your caps are. You got to have minimums. Like it was like what was it? Richie didn't understand yesterday that when you lease a vehicle, you pay more insurance,
right?
Than when you just finance a vehicle, buy to own. Leasing costs you more money because you have.
They want the car in good condition when they want to sell it. Yeah.
And commercial insurance is the highest insurance you're going to pay. I don't know what else on a vehicle, passenger vehicle. Let me clarify,
right?
Because I know somebody will come up with something stupid,
right.
Obviously, a semi truck costs you more than a goddamn Tesla, but anyway, it just depends. But
it's an interesting position to be. It's an interesting position to be in because depending on where you are utilizing Drive Whip, it might still be advantageous or it might not. In my market, it would be more advantageous to me to continue to utilize utilize Lyft, where I don't have Premier and I don't have, I don't have a lot of the stuff that would benefit,
the other part you got to think about now. The other part you got to start thinking about now too is, and we talked about this on the radio today because we were on the radio today,
right?
You got to start thinking about the political climate when it comes to Teslas in general, right? People in Teslas are starting to get attacked. Lord, I hope nobody tries to dumb shit. I really do. We live in Florida, bro. I'm just saying, don't come with that dumb shit. But I'm sure you can see how people are starting to drive and they want to test you a little bit, and you got to be aware.
It's just more so than it used to be because they used to already do that. But now that they got a chip on their shoulder, they got a bug.
That's because you kept messing with them semi truck drivers. You know what I mean?
Hey, look! I thought that thing was gonna squash my car, man.
It would squash your car. Your car got no shot against that rig.
Oh, exactly. But I mean, he always just came this close, like where the mirror almost is touching the car. Like he just came so close, but wouldn't go all the way over. Like he wanted to make it my fault, and I just kept going straight.
It is what it is, brother. All right. So Antonio says he made 12 an hour. 12 an hour I got today. That's not good. That can't be good.
Wait, what markets is Antonio?
Antonio, what market are you in again? I thought he was down here. Is he down here or is he in Atlanta? I can't remember if he was here or in Atlanta.
I mean, for the past 2 weeks, even this week alone, I've been making making 200 a day. My minimum was supposed to be 100, but I've been making my 200. I'm out almost all night, but I'm making the money I need for the goals that I'm working on. So,
right.
And originally, the plan was to be aggressive on the car, but right now, with all the chaos going on in the markets and the good news from Ripple, it's like it's hard not to.
Incoming. And let me tell you something. Today's Fed Chairman Powell. Today's Fed talk didn't hurt you. It didn't hurt it. Wait a minute. Let me rephrase. Didn't hurt us. Didn't hurt us. And you know that so Antonio's down here from South Florida. I guess I couldn't remember if he was from down here or if he was from Atlanta. Dude Giggers says in my market, Uber is rate card and doesn't pay for stage 2. Lyft is more transparent and pays better. So
that's why, this funny thing, that's what I feel about Lyft. I feel like the rides are much more transparent. And not only that, I wish there was a toggle. So that you could see both the rate without the drive to time. But Lyft actually includes that in the calculation, which I respect them for doing. Right. Because I want to know how much I'm making for all the time I'm going to be on the ride. Now, one thing is their calculation still isn't always up to snuff, but then again, now they're paying you for rides that go 5 minutes plus over the time, which has been, I mean, for as bad as certain aspects of the app has been, this has been extremely useful to me.
See, but that's what always gets me with Lyft. Right? Lyft does enough right. But when they do wrong,
it's really wrong.
I mean, it's a baseball bat to the back of the head.
Right.
You know, it's pure sex with no Vaseline. All the time. Just for as much as they do right, they do a crap ton wrong. It just makes me wonder.
Yeah.
Just makes me wonder.
And then when you see stuff automatically changing to being exactly like Uber's.
Right. So it is what it is. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Insurance is going to be a problem at some point. Right. And we were talking about how long will the cars last? So how long will a Model Y in our market down here last on Premier? We already know.
Just took us off black.
We already know the death date for the Model 3. We already know that date, right? What is that? January next year, right? Come January next year, the Model 3 is out of there on Premier. Hopefully they don't take away comfort. Not that comfort is some winner, but God dang. Because the more that they can reduce certain cars off of platforms, the more they can reduce the rates they're paying out. The more they can reduce the rates, because now, so say you got all these cars on Premier. You take half those cars away. Now, comfort rates can go down because you got more cars there. X rates will go down because you got more supply and demand. It's simple business. So that's what's going to happen there. It'll be interesting. So how long does the Model Y last? Well, like we talked about earlier.
Who thought that this was going to happen in the first place? I mean, I don't know. Did you think they were going to make that move to take it out of black?
I originally said the Model 3 should have never been on Premier. I am on record for saying that from the very first day. The Model 3 is not a Premier vehicle. If the BMW 3 Series does not qualify as a Premier, the Model 3 should have never been on Premier. I had the Model 3 for a week, twice for 1 week, right? I had it twice for 1 week. I did maybe like times. I did maybe 2 or 3 Premier rides with it. And I'm going to tell you what, bro. Like, I can't lie. When that guy got in the back, right? He wasn't even a big dude. But I'm like, this dude's right on top of me. And remember now, and I admit, I was coming out of I still had my CTS, which obviously is a much longer vehicle. I still had my SUV, which is a much bigger vehicle. But still, that shit is tight. That shit is tight in that car to be a Premier vehicles should have as much room as a comfort ride has. When they go to measure, what do? They measure the leg space, right? In the back seat, right? A good driver, I don't know how many drivers out there do this. If you don't do this, you might want to consider it. Take your passenger seat and move it up a little bit. Get a person getting in that side up, so give them a little more leg room. If you don't do that already, most drivers do that. I'm just saying, if you don't, there's a little tidbit. Hopefully, it'll get you a few more tips on the app. So for me, the 3, I always felt a little self-conscious about it. But you know what? I've never felt self-conscious about doing a Premier ride in the Model Y. Conversely, I've been self-conscious about doing
my wife. Black. The boss is calling. Hold on.
Oh shit, he's on the phone. Oh, so there ain't gonna be no sneaky kisses and no hamburgers tonight, huh? Mofo is Chef Boyardee for you. Yeah, you can hear me. You hear me talking about Chef Boyardee. You know you're going to have ravioli and spaghetti. God damn it!
Hold on, I'm putting in my order from Chipotle apparently. Yeah.
You so full of shit. Yeah, coming out of that dumpster. That's where that shit's coming out of.
Hey, when
But
you
I
let
have
your wife
felt,
go get her nails done. Oh, wait, now I'm a Negro. Okay,
oh,
hold
wait a
on.
minute. Wait a minute. What do you mean you let your wife go get her nails done?
Hey, I let her go get her
Bro,
nails
what?
done.
You let her go get her nails done?
I did let her go.
I'm so glad mine can't hear this shit,
Oh,
bro.
she can hear me right now.
I know yours can, mine can't, thank God, because I don't let my wife do anything. She does what she wants to do. That's a grown-ass woman back there, man. Okay? And she knows where the two bats are, and she knows how to handle, okay? I'm just saying. Y'all are a trip with that shit. No. Don't ever say you're gonna let a woman do something. But I've felt self-conscious picking up rides in the Model Y for Lyft Black. Because to me, it's an ego thing. Lyft Black doesn't pay any better than Premier, at least not that much better than Premier. So I don't know. You got any problems with well, no, you probably not. How do you feel about doing Premier in the Model 3?
Good time, as long as I have it. A lot of people love getting in the car. They love the experience, the Tesla. Yeah, it's good for me.
So you feel like it should be on the Premier platform then?
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like it's not that big of a difference. I've been on record actually showing you guys the statistics in terms of the Model Y and the Model 3. They're basically the same car. One is just taller.
Yeah. I've never seen that. And the
We
Model
have.
3 doesn't have Model 3 doesn't have as much luggage space and room as the Model Y.
Yeah, we've talked about this. It's the same platform. It's literally the same exact platform. We've had this conversation. Me, you, and Richie. Me, Richie,
It wasn't
me
me.
and Richie.
I promise you, it wasn't me.
Okay,
Wasn't me because I would not have been able. There's no way. I've driven both cars. I've had both cars. The Model 3
but
is so much lower and
you're
so much
coming
tighter.
from. But again, remember what you just said. You're coming from an SUV, so you don't have an
Okay,
understanding of a
hold on,
regular
pause.
car.
How can you say that, bro? I had the Model 3 twice. What are you talking about?
But you're coming from an SUV. Your comfort is a SUV. You're
I'm
used
not
to a SUV.
comparing apples and oranges. I'm comparing the Model 3 and the Model Y. That's what we're talking about, right?
Okay. So
Look,
I've
this ain't gonna
gone.
work, bro. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. I'll wait for Steven to get back.
This ain't gonna work. What's not gonna work?
All righty. Love you too. Bye.
Did you order my Chipotle too?
I was supposed to ship it over to you fast enough.
What about Nick? Did you order
Okay.
Nick's Chipotle too?
Hey, look, how am I supposed to ship it over to you guys? Look,
I didn't ask for that.
you're gonna have to pick it up at your local Chipotle.
And what I meant by it's not going to work is when if I'm trying to engage with you in a conversation and you looking me off and like just like blowing me off there, it don't work. The conversation can't be had. That's all I'm saying. So
The
I'm cool with it.
last
I'm cool
time
with it.
it was I was cutting you off. Now I'm blowing you off. I'm looking away. I'm trying not to cut you off.
Well, good. You just did a good. No, that's fine. It's easy done. This is solved. This situation is solved.
How is it solved if you got an issue? I'm confused.
I don't have any more issues. I promise you. I have no more issues. We're good.
So wait, so which
Nothing got
Checking the
nothing
comment.
got resolved though.
Yeah, I just resolved it.
So we jumped from
Sure.
talking about the space inside the car to what?
Okay.
Pretty sure the surge is to get you to start driving because it disappears after 1 or 2 rides max.
Oh,
Bro, have you guys been noticing that? Well, I don't know if you guys do this. Let me ask you guys a question. When you guys are when you know you're in a surge area and you know you got good surge, like I don't really turn on comfort unless I got some kind of surge attached. But I caught myself today because I got caught slipping a little bit today. Usually when I take the ride with the surge on comfort, as soon as I start the trip, I turn comfort off so that it doesn't start sliding more rides to me and I can't see what the surge is.
But to be
Like
fair,
we had today. But we had that today. Go ahead.
But to be fair, you still have access to separate tiles. I'm wondering how many people, you know, like I don't have access to separate tiles. And then even if I was to separate comfort, the rates are so bad, you know. There's a convention over in Anaheim I was at yesterday. I mean, the Uber rides, even when it was just comfort, when I can't even separate it, they were still when you're seeing rides that are coming in that are a fourth of the pay for the amount of time that you're going to take on the ride, it's like, what in the world's going on here? $5 for 20 to 25 minutes and $30 for an hour and 45 minutes.
Bro, I was showing you rides today. That was insane.
Right? I'm thinking something is going on today.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like something's going on. And I don't know if that's for everybody. I know actually Silver Fox, if I'm not mistaken, was seeing a bunch of the same stuff going on yesterday, if not today. Mr. Gambit, like what were you seeing out there today? I mean, what does he drive? He drives black, doesn't he?
Mr. Gambit?
Yeah. What do you got, Mr. Gambit?
You know what? I don't think I've ever asked him.
I know he said it before, and I'm sorry I forgot. But what do you got, Mr. Gambit? And I think he's driving in my area too. So, what up, brothers? I'm here listening at work. Hey, that's what's up. Thank you for keeping supporting the garage. Model 3 and Model Y have the same wheelbase, like the same range,
likely the same leg room.
I like the headspace. That's what's important to me. And I had my customers literally, my passengers literally say that they like how it sits them up higher, and you feel like you have more space because your leg, the way your legs are sitting is at a better angle for the space.
Well, listen, the Model Y, the seats are up on platforms.
Mm-hmm.
We know that.
Mm-hmm.
I've always felt like I had more room in that back seat of the Model Y than I do in the Model 3. Now, I understand maybe I just only been in a damn Model 3 for 2 weeks. I get all that. But I'm telling you, the Model Y has more space than the Model 3.
I think we've always argued on this point because it's a different feeling for each person. And I've had both. And I feel like I have more space in the Y. I feel like it's significant more.
I can't sit in the back seat of a Model 3. It's too tight.
Trust me, guys. Uber's controlling every freaking tier. The Rolling Loud concert. Oh, that was so bad. So I did that. I tried to work. I don't know how you came out, Mr. Gambit, but man, I rolled over there on Sunday. And I got a decent ride. I got a $95 ride, but it was going all the way to Goleta. You probably wouldn't have done it. But so Goleta is like way out west, like northwest. It's past Santa Barbara over here in California. And man, I think it was probably like 90 miles or something like that. I forget. And but I mean, I took the ride. The mom was so happy that I picked up her son. He lost his phone and his wallet and all this stuff. Dropped him off. Instantly got a $50 tip. And of course, Uber wants to make it a big deal, like they did something to help me get the 50 or get that tip. And it's like, you know how they play that.
You got the little message.
Yeah, the little message. Oh, look. Let's see what. Let me read it off.
Hooray! You got a $50 tip.
Woo, you got a $50 tip. Like, yeah, because I took a ride that probably a lot of people wouldn't have. Let's see.
Mr. D says they believe they share 70% of the parts. Okay, that's probably true. That's probably 100% true.
If anybody wants to look up the actual statistics for the Model Y and the Model 3, you can look it up. The inseam and all of that stuff is the same platform. It's just the Model Y has a taller ceiling.
Which gives
therefore it has wait. So therefore it has more room. No. See, this is the bullshit I'm talking about.
I said okay. What are you?
No, you didn't just say okay.
It's the same.
It's the way you say okay, bro. It's the way
you play it back.
I'll be back in a minute, man.
I'd say play it back. You definitely not just saying okay, man. Come on, let's be honest, man.
Because I don't agree. Okay, so look, let's keep it very clear. you guys are coming from SUVs. I
Mhm.
understand that part. I've
Mhm.
never looked down on you for coming from an SUV. If you
Mhm.
came from a normal car, let's say a Camry, an Accord,
Wait.
you
What did I come from? I didn't come from an SUV.
when you say okay, so where did you come from?
I came from a G37 Infinity, a
Okay,
car. Yeah.
okay, and then you got a Model Y, right?
I got the model. Well, I rented the Model 3 for several months. Yeah. And then
Okay,
eventually I was able to buy, my brother bought me the Model Y. So
okay.
I came from a car first.
Hmm.
I never came from an SUV.
Okay. So I stand corrected.
Mm, that's fair. Fair enough. Yeah.
Listen, I stand corrected.
Yeah.
But what I can. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm listening. No, go ahead.
Mostly, so I could just tell you the experience that the people have in my backseat. How about that? A lot of people get in the car. Oh man,
I
I
really
didn't think
don't know
that
how
this
you
had.
do it, honestly. That's the thing. But part of it for me is because I'm bigger, and because I know you're losing weight, right? For
Mhm,
me as a bigger guy, I feel like I take up more space in my spot. But I haven't really had too many people complain sitting behind me. Now, like to Vinny's point, and he said, pushing up that's the passenger seat. I
mhm,
tried to only push up the side seat because I don't like the way it looks when the side seat's all the way pushed up front. And I feel like they have enough room because of the leg space and everything where your legs are going down rather than going across, you know.
mhm,
I only move it up to like about where I am or a little bit further, you know.
mhm.
So I because I like it looking symmetrical, unless I get somebody really big and we're talking like 300s, 400s trying to get into that back seat, and then they ask me or their leg, they have some kind of issue with their leg, and they ask me, can I move the seat up? But a lot of times they'll get in, they'll start to say, oh, can you move the seat up? And they're like, oh wait, never mind, I'm fine, So
Mhm.
but I don't know how you pull that off. I don't know if your seat is sitting further up than mine, because it's very possible I can feel and see where my arms are in a different position because I've gained
Mhm.
weight, if that makes any sense. And I
I
push the
understand.
seat back further so I have more space in front of me. But yeah.
So I mean, I personally have my seat almost all the way back, like when I don't have a passenger
Really?
in.
Okay.
So I do pull my seat up, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not like, I mean, yeah, I'm not like all up here.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like
Yeah.
I kind of have I put my seat is back in terms of
Ginger,
like
I've been saying this. Ask
Yo,
my
Vicky. I,
angle is back.
yeah.
yo, Nick. I ever had
Yes, sir.
a passenger sit behind you and like you could feel their knees hit your seat, bro? Cause you're like, fuck,
Oh,
cause am I way too back? Or like, well, then you're like, I'm a big ass dude. Fuck the passenger in the back. You
I've
know what I
had
mean?
kids kicking
Yeah.
the plastic, that back plastic piece, so you can feel it
Hmm.
pushing your back.
Yeah, bro.
You know,
Like, hell
yeah.
no. And then I don't know if you guys do this trick where you guys like push the passenger seat all the way forward. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, and then like the tallest mofo just sits behind me, and like, dude, the fucking other side is like for your ass, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. So what I tell them is I tell them to sit on that side, on the passenger side, because like you guys are saying, my seat is all the way up. But yeah, I've taken like you guys know I don't like people to sit in my in my front seat. So
Mm-hmm.
if it's like three of them, I've taken like football players. I've taken like, big people. I've taken tall people. Now I do have to pull my chair up, but I have to pull my chair up because it's all the way back,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But yeah,
Um,
the
let's see.
only, I guess the only thing that I've heard people say is that this middle part, um, they do have to put their legs around the middle part because it kind of sticks out where the vent is. It kind of sticks out a little bit more.
So Mr. DSN, I'm sorry, Mr. Gambit answered the question. He's saying, well, first I want to address what dude Ginger said. Yes, I've been saying this for a while. I believe unless they're like really long rides or something, at least in my market in Los Angeles, I don't see a big difference between X and Comfort. The only real difference is the demand on you for what you have to do for the passengers. And usually when you look at the app, the price difference is usually negligible, if not the same. So yeah, I do think they're the exact, and I think that's why they started combining the ride types into one tile when you go to your ride options, because it's like they never meant to have an intermediate or an in between standard rides and Lux or standard rides and Black. And so when they got rid of them, they got rid of the concept first, and then they got rid of the actual pay difference. And Comfort is basically saying, okay, you have a newer car that's still an X car. Congratulations to you. And supposedly supposed to have more room. Let's see. Then Mr. Gambit, I just got out of the Mustang all electric back in my Nissan. Which Nissan? Now for too low to keep the car, 335 comfort trips. Yeah, I was getting a lot of local trips from Rolling Loud until I got that one going all the way to Goleta. They know the market gets flooded now with trips, and Uber doesn't care about tier. They want you to book that freaking trip so they get the booking fee and insurance. Yep. And then they pay you peanuts. Price tells it all to me, 100%. Nick, I'll post the specs, and this is what do we got here for the specs? Larger overall with more cargo space, up to 76.2 cubic feet, and a higher seating position. The Model Y is 30 millimeters longer, 45 millimeters wider, and 183 millimeters higher than the Model 3. And besides the actual space, I'm sure the extra light coming in from the larger windows or larger sunroof, it gives the feel of a bigger space as well. Most people, they feel like the space is bigger because of the amount of light that's coming into that car too. And I think that was a strategic move to make the car feel. I mean, people get in and they say it feels like a spaceship. It's plain and simple. And what do you think of George Jetson with the glass, the glass cover?
Now you're talking Chinese to most people. You say George Jetson. Stop it. Keep it relevant.
Yeah. Can you make money with Lyft? Oh, that's trash. Can you make see just trash coming in? It's funny. Can you make money with Lyft in 2025? That's where I'm making most of my money. I don't, but that's not every market. I'm in LA and I make most of my money off of Lyft. Uber constantly giving me subpar rides. Like I said, today I was getting $35 offers for almost 2 hours, an hour 45 minutes, an hour 50 minutes. Like, how can you even straight face that offer? I don't know.
Well, listen, I mean, you just have to be selective with your rides. It's just what it's going to be. And if you're coming out of season like we're getting ready, I still don't think we truly had, I don't think we truly had a season down here this year. Was it better than the summer? Shit, yeah, but it wasn't up to par. Going back into the summer, the price is going to drop. Prices are going to drop. Now, aren't you guys out there, Stephen, get ready to pick up?
So we're
Doesn't your market start to increase?
So January, of course, is the huge pain point, right? And that's almost universal. January is really rough. I feel like things started coming back pretty much in February, like halfway through February. Now I can't really say that I don't feel like we really have a sparking season, because before, summer used to be great because there were so many people coming here from overseas. And I mean, tips used to be amazing and everything with visitors, but I don't feel like it's as strong, or there's just way too many drivers to really feel the bump in how many passengers are actually.
Let me ask you a question. Since the whole admin's been doing what they're doing with the roundups and all those accounts and everything, have you been seeing more ride requests? Not necessarily better rides, but more ride requests? Have you been seeing more surge in your area?
No. There is more surge, but it's still like a spot here and a spot there. in specific areas, and it's like Beverly Hills or Beverly's Crest, and it's like remote areas where most people, they just don't drive. You can ask Mr. Gambit. The surge it really isn't there. It's not there.
All right, I'm not sure.
But we are about to come up to our next event. So Rolling Loud was a disappointment. The rides were really bad. And that's the other prime example. The surge there is virtual, at least on Sunday, was non-existent. Right? Uber had like a couple of dollars or whatever. And if you go to Black, right? You go to Black on LYFT, and then it doesn't.
Give me 1 second. Hold that thought 1 second. Raymond, you're wrong for that, Raymond. You're wrong for that. I'm just saying you're wrong for that. Go ahead, Steven. I'm sorry.
Let's glad you guys are doing this. Yeah. So on LYFT Black, as soon as you shift over to Black, they don't count the other cars and the other demand. They only count the demand on Black. So there's no surge.
Right.
It's absolutely disrespectful and disingenuous. If I'm in the same traffic as all these other cars and I have to struggle to get out of a venue, you should be bumping my pay for that. But whatever. So that's a kick against LYFT for all the good things that are possibly said there. You can make money delivered mail.
Stevan, Next Level Mindset, welcome to the channel.
Yeah, welcome.
Hope we help you. Hope there's something here for everybody. Antonio wants to know what the price difference is on Drive Whip between the Model 3 and the Model Y. It's $100. $100 difference, I believe. The Model 3 is $399 a week. The Model Y is $499 a week. That includes your insurance, though.
So, what in your market? The only thing you would lose by going to no. Okay, so it's it's losing Premiere at a certain date, and it doesn't have Black on.
I wouldn't have Premiere at all, because from what I understand,
right.
If you were already grandfathered in on a Model 3, you're good till next year. But if you bring a Model 3 on the platform now, I don't think they upload it to Premiere. I don't know.
And it doesn't qualify on LYFT for the higher point.
No,
it doesn't. Okay. It's so interesting because I was having this conversation with Silver Fox. It would be nice if you jump in here, Silver. But we were having this conversation with Silver Fox about the cars that qualify for what now, and how to, what car possibly wouldn't have you rugged, you get rug pulled. How many people are sitting in a Tesla right now that got absolutely rug pulled on Black? I've seen a bunch of Black Model Ys with TCP and registered for commercial over here.
But didn't you say the reason why you guys, or there's a company, I think Buddha was saying there's a company out there that flooded the market, TCP market, with Black Ys?
If that's the case, I wasn't familiar with it. I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, I thought Buddha mentioned something about there was a company, because he I don't know, I think that's what he said. I'm not sure. He was here. I don't know. He disappeared. But that seems to be the thing. So the point is that if that company, or if a company floods the market with Black Model Ys, and then why would
give me
Uber
1 second? Send me an email, Silver. Send me your email on Discord, and I'll send you an invite. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, bring him on the line. Shit, yeah. Why not? Why not? All right. Go ahead.
I mean, if they flooded the market, though, it's like, what is it? What's the aspect of the Model Y that removed it from? Is it because it's become a more common car? It was the most sold car 2 years ago. Last year the Corolla won, but it was second, right? For last year?
No, the Model Y is the number one selling car in the world. Last year. Last year the Corolla won. Yeah, last year. Yeah. Last year Corolla won. Yeah. So the year before in 23. In 23 they won. Thank you. That's 2 years ago. Okay, I'm doing my math. I know I'm from the hood, but I want to make sure. Yeah. The 23 20
Oh, right. Yeah. 20, 22, 23.
Paul C's question is, how many hours does it take you these days to make 200 in your market? Depends on the day. Depends on the day.
And I try to hunt for it, but honestly, it takes me from 4 to sometimes 2 in the morning before I hit my 200. And it is what it is. If I can get long trips, and sometimes those long trips, those long trips will give me like $100 or something like that. It cuts that time significantly. But if I'm waiting, I'm going in between and doing small trips, it takes a lot more time. But last night to make my 200, which I don't even think I cracked, I got like 190 something.
Right.
But to be fair, I wasted a bunch of time next to Disneyland because I was waiting for a banger ride to take me out, and it just never came. Or I got one all the way to San Diego, and it's the opposite direction of my house. So I was like, do I go further away from home just to make my nut, or what?
Yeah, but doesn't you don't think like Monday or Tuesday night plays a factor into that?
Tuesday's the absolute worst night. Ask Silver. Silver gave up on Tuesday. I was out on both Monday and Tuesday.
You sent him a link, right? You sent him a link.
He said I'm waiting for him to send it to me on Discord so I can send him an email.
Boston Matt says opposite here. Lyft offers are generally much worse than Uber. That's how I feel here in our market. I feel like Lyft is just not up to par. Now, and like I said, the Black rides,
I'm more than happy to show my numbers. Yeah,
Lyft Black is,
and that's a whole nother factor,
or slightly worse than Premier.
What's his name said it's much worse.
Well, I'm just saying my experience, which is what I always talk about. My experience, Lyft Black pays the same or a little bit worse than Premier for me.
Again, my bad. I'm talking about the way Scott views his Black rides on Uber versus the Black rides on Lyft. And let me see, did Silver message me?
But wouldn't that make sense anyway? Because Uber Black, you have to have the commercial insurance and yada yada yada. But Lyft Black, you don't.
Well, yeah, it's just a title.
But I mean, but you can register commercial for Lyft, and then you'd be in the same position. So you'd be in the same position, and they won't pay you a cent more.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, because over here, like for example, I can't pick up Black from LAX on Lyft, but if I got the commercial, I could. But even still, the rates aren't increased.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But on the street, that's a different situation. And then certain airports, like smaller airports like Burbank or something like that, I can pick up Black. Or when I was over in Arizona, it was amazing. I went to their main airport and I was able to pick up Black left and right.
You see, and I'm with SF Driver here, dude. Like, this is why I very rarely turn on Lyft. Even though it doesn't hurt me to turn Lyft on. It doesn't hurt me. Because I ride around with Lyft Black on all the time. So it doesn't hurt me to have it on. I just still don't even bother.
Oh, see, so SF Driver, I understand. And I definitely believe that it's area dependent. That's why I prefaced my statement with that. Because my brother lives over in San Jose, and I see what it's like for your Uber rides over there. It's pretty nice. They get paid pretty well. I don't know if this week they've been doing as good as they used to do. But those airport trips and all that stuff over there, especially next to the college, Stanford and all that, there's money there. In fact, I would say it's probably a lot easier to make your 200. I mean, if that's your goal. So like I think I've said this before, my goal is to make 100 a night, but I've been seeing that I've been able to push it and make my 200. And that just gets me closer to the goals that I'm working on.
This is interesting. So Matt's on the move says, I'm in Fresno with no separate tiles for rideshare except pet. I can turn off and have X on. But I'm getting Premier, Comfort Assist, and Comfort Electric with X on.
Wow. Maybe that's the plan. That's scary.
What, to throw them all in together at one shot?
I'm just saying it's a possibility. Because why not have Premier separate? That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, right?
I mean, unless you're saying that the ride rates are very similar, now that's a whole different discussion.
No, that's not why they're doing it. They're doing it because ain't nobody taking them damn low tier rides.
Exactly. True.
I mean, how many more 15-minute away rides you gonna get for a 6-minute drop off? Right? Today I got all of them. That was all they kept feeding me.
I still deny them anyway.
Nature hikes. Well, thank God they were mostly coming in on goddamn Trip Radar today, because Trip Radar was my deal, man.
Yeah, mine. Yeah. I'm gonna get an XT6, Vinny. Yeah, right.
Hey, ain't nobody studying Buddha. I think Buddha ain't buying no Cadillac, man. Especially it's made in Tennessee, bro. You ain't buying no Cadillac. Shut up, bro. Your daddy ain't buying you another car.
Hey, I sent you the Silver. I sent you the link.
Mr. Gambit says, I think all higher tier cars are all the same to Uber. They just want that booking fee. Black SUVs are really hitting it hard now. They're taking below market value trips. And see, Mr. Gambit, that's what happened down here last year, bro. I'll always go back to this story, right? When I got that comfort request in Boca at a high-end hotel. And I go to pick up the lady, and I wasn't a hotel. I'm sorry. It's at Seasons 52 in Boca. A good restaurant, right? Above average restaurant. And when I pull up in the Model Y for a comfort ride, she says to me, "This is comfort?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am." She says, "Well, we took a comfort ride here, and it was a Suburban." I'll never forget that. I came on the radio with that last year. I'll never forget that. That's what happened.
They have such a skewed vision of what.
Well, because when there's no SUV rides, when there's no XL rides, right, those big ass trucks got to get paid for. Remember Raymond? Raymond had to pay for that damn thing every week. Whether you own it or you're renting it, you got to pay that money every week. So it's not cheap. Yep. And they'll do whatever they want to do.
Look, see, Scott's even doing Uber Pet. Yeah.
Oh, I know Scott. I know Scott does Uber Pet in the thong. I know he does. He's got that T-back showing. I know. It's okay, bro.
He's wearing his sandals and his jumpsuit. So I was at LAX and I saw a dude drop it off in the morning. I'm like, hey, Scott, I saw your favorite. I saw a dude in a jumpsuit with sandals on, giving in a black SUV, giving with TCP, giving rides.
Cash is king. That's a whole nother ball game. So let's see. I'm in LA2. Aaron the Sniper. I'm in LA2.
What's up, Aaron?
Steven, I'd love to challenge you next week to our earnings match. Winner gets lunch at Naboo Maestros.
I'd be game for doing like a weekend challenge, just because I don't work Monday through Friday. Wednesdays I'm here doing the garage, and then Thursdays I have spiritual meeting. But I'm more than happy to do a Friday through Sunday. I'm down. In fact, I want to crush Buddha, so let me know when you're ready to do a challenge, Buddha. I don't want to hear no excuses.
Well, wait a minute. If Buddha can't post his earnings or can't show his what's the point?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I challenge you, Red.
You got to show up.
I'm willing to challenge you, Red.
Y'all better stop messing with that woman. Y'all gonna learn to stop messing with that damn woman. Trust me, y'all gonna leave her alone.
My phone's gonna be working.
Y'all are gonna leave her alone. Y'all got to keep learning the hard way, right? Anyway, San Francisco driver says Fresno is in California. How does he get Premier? Aren't there certain markets? Didn't where Buddha lives? Doesn't Buddha get Premier?
Yeah.
So it's like anything else. Certain areas, like here in Florida,
Fresno. So Fresno's a spot that gets Premier, and I don't get. How does it? Yeah, so only certain areas are like. It's so weird, but certain areas are black and certain areas are Premier. Now remember, so San Bernardino County is like 2 counties over from LA County, so their system works completely different. I don't think they even ever had black. And then I'm assuming Fresno's very similar, where San Francisco probably has black, or San Jose, but then not Fresno. And you can look at this based off of the best way to kind of.
I thought they did it by economic demographic.
And maybe that's the case. The best way to see what that is press the button here. And you can see what areas. So this is all part of LA County, right? All the stuff that's colored. Everything else outside of it's a different county. So if you're in Fresno, check and see if Fresno's included with all the rest of the area. If it's not, you're in a different county or a different they have different rules than what goes on in the major areas. I want to challenge Vinny one day.
What do you want to challenge me to, Scott? What
Tuesday,
are we doing?
5 a.m. to 11.
5 a.m. to 11 p.m. Listen, bro, I'm twice your age. I don't do that shit no more. Y'all out your goddamn minds. You think I'm doing all that bullshit? Y'all can sit around and do all that. Challenge this, challenge that. Listen, bro, I'm gonna say this one more time.
One more
everybody's a hero when times are good.
Are times
when
good?
When times are bad, that's when legends are made. That's all I'm gonna say. But Scott, I don't have any I don't have any thongs, bro. You got thongs. You got me beat. Is that Silver Fox?
Oh,
Silver. What's good?
What's up?
Welcome to the show, Mr. Silver Fox. How you doing, brother?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Well, damn,
oh man,
don't come on here with any enthusiasm.
Yeah,
don't have no enthusiasm.
Oh well, what do you expect?
You're in the garage now. This ain't Discord. You're in the garage.
Same thing.
Oh, no, God. Hell it ain't.
Yes, it is.
God. You know what? All right, in timeout. Just that quick.
Jesus. But I mean, we were sitting there and talking about we went into a deep discussion talking about cars, and of course it came back around to, with all these changes, looking at analyzing how the Prius goes. He has the Highlander, which still has comfort, right?
Yep.
In comparison, because it baffles my mind that you would take the Sienna off of comfort, right?
I still don't understand that.
It makes absolutely no sense. Wait. When
Here's
times
the thing,
are
though,
good,
at the LAX lot, a lot of people are trading those Siennas in for Highlanders.
Yeah.
When I bought my Highlander, there was maybe like one or two in the lot.
Right. Because they're the least fuel efficient in comparison. Yeah.
It's
at least if you're going to do it long term.
Doors.
Right.
It's the same powertrain.
But they were, what's it called? The projections I was seeing. Well, maybe it's because I was looking at older models. That could be it. But yeah, I mean, those cars being the only one. And then, of course, you get rid of. See, this is what's still baffling to me. I'm looking at green while looking at Uber green. What is the point of me even having that if I got comfort electric?
Didn't they just push back their all electric fleet mandate to like 2040 now? It was supposed to be 2030. Now they pushed it back to 2040.
And they pretend like it wasn't 2030.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they were banking on Tesla giving up the goodies to be on their app because they think their apps are such fucking gold and they're the greatest thing since God created the earth, to call me back. What? You know what? Okay. Check this shit out. Everybody's always talking about me, bro. I don't give a about anything. How about that? Oh, Tesla Model S 2014, 95,000 miles on it. $16,000.
See, wait, which what year? 2019?
2014.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so maybe does it have the SCO1?
Oh, I don't know. This isn't this is Ramon. Raymond's out in Carolina. So he's talking to me on here because I missed him in the chat.
Yeah, because if you see SCO1, so it has the unlimited charging on top of it.
Correct.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to do something else here real quick. Go ahead.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But yeah, being Silver, we're going back and forth talking about like what is the practical car, the cheap car to use right now, and really be making money. If your market's still possible for you to make make your daily $100, couple $100 to $400.
No. We ain't doing that, bro.
Wow, still
that's okay. You see who I'm calling?
Hey, I'm watching the show.
Hey, listen, I don't want to hear shit. You said you waiting for me to call you back. I called you and you hang up on me. So you know what? You're in timeout.
XT6 is the best bang for your buck. Is it? Yeah,
it's cheap.
Nope.
It's like
cheap. Nope.
So we ended up coming down to the two. I mean, the Lyric and the Prius. I mean, obviously you have the XL vehicle.
The Lyric and the Lyric. Really, you guys went with the Lyric? It's only a
the
5-seater.
only reason is there's a few reasons. One is any other EV that's even possibly comparable to it either doesn't qualify or is way too expensive.
Yeah,
if you think about it,
that's a $75,000 vehicle.
Nope.
Well,
he was
able to find. Yeah, he was able
Say
to
again,
find
Silver Fox.
low 30s.
Used.
What year?
Used. 2023.
What year?
They're the first generation, the first ones that came out. So they're like first edition.
So if you want to be able to have a vehicle that qualifies,
not bad, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a bad price, actually. Yeah, that's not bad.
I found one for 30 and one for 32. Black on black.
Yeah.
Reasonable mileage. Still has a lot of life left in it.
You take that.
Hope. It's a GM,
so
you gotta
EV,
right, because they haven't had the test the amount of years on the road. Not their EV.
That's why I wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
When that Lyric was coming out, my sales rep, Ms. Vanya, called me, right? Because she had dealt with me on a couple of cars, and she called me. She's like, "Hey, we got this electric EV coming in. I know you're into it." Obviously, this way before I jumped on Tesla. And you know what? I'm glad I didn't. I can't trust GM because listen, I had the first year XT6. The minute it hit the lot, I had it. On the first day, I had problems. For the first 2 months, I had problems with that truck. Then they finally got that squared away. When they came out with the new Escalades, right, with the big screens, they had problems with those screens. With the older Escalades, the Q system screens, the CTSs and the Escalades, all the Q system screens would go bad. And then once your warranty was out, you were on your own. That was a $1,500 flip for a new screen. There's not much about and I'm a big Cadillac guy. Y'all know me long enough. You know I like my Caddies. I don't know. Me personally, what car is not going to get rug pulled on? I think you're asking the question the wrong way. I think you should be asking the question the other way, right? And that's simply this. That's simply you got to ask the question this way. What car, if you were going to go that route, okay, which I never say buy a car for rideshare. That's right. Just don't do it. Take it from experience. Don't do it. But if you're going to do it, okay, don't buy a car that you're worried about getting rug pulled. Buy a car that if you do get rug pulled, you can still make enough money to make that payment.
And I think that's
you
probably
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that was another aspect of our discussion. I mean, because we were talking about which car is gonna. When me and Silver were first discussing it, it was he got his Highlander and he was talking about how much he paid for it, and we were talking about the cheapest car to get into, but that also has the highest return on investment. And so obviously, Prius kept coming up with the conversation, but then we were talking about, well, if we're going to pay for the stipend and pay for your insurance anyway and get the stipend, you're one level closer, one level away from driving black. So then if you're driving black, what car is the best car for you to get at that level? So on the low level, we were looking at the Prius. On the XL level, he got the Highlander. I mean, and there's not much that really competes with it. There's no EV version or anything like that. And then you're gonna be shocked at my two answers. Yeah. And then on the higher level, it would in order to get the most fuel efficient vehicle to operate for black, it was the Lyric.
If you're driving black, you're not worried about fuel efficiency, are you? Are you really worried about fuel efficiency if you're driving black at what those rates pay out there? Those rates pay damn good, right?
Yeah, I would.
That's number one. That's number one. Those rates pay damn good. So you're not taking a shit ton of rides. But if that truck is moving, more than likely you're getting paid while it's moving. So your fuel is covered. Does that make sense? In other words, you're not gonna go buy a Suburban or even if you get the Lyric, we'll go with the Lyric.
I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you, sir, to a certain extent. But I mean, I hear Scott making his moves around and whatnot. I agree with you. Most of the time, the vehicle's moving. It's moving because they have a button to seat.
Right. Well,
so.
Isn't that what what's his name was doing out there? God, the Russian dude, Ukrainian dude, Kanush.
Oh yeah. Kushner. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kushner. That's what he was doing, right? He was moving around just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and see, this is what I was just gonna say, and Scott beat me to it. Okay, he is 100% correct. He is. I'm trying to give him a little.
He's not even
the best
happy
car to start black
that.
with. The best car to start with black is a used Chevy Suburban, or whatever. If you want to rent it from a fleet owner, that ain't a bad idea either. But he's right. He's right. This I agree with. Get you a used grocery getter, and then deal with the summers in the off months. By the way, thank you, Scott. Appreciate you, buddy. But he's right.
Oh,
he's
dude,
right.
A donation, and I haven't even got my tits out yet. Oh, that's what's up.
All right. Mr. Gambit, did you hear Tesla got approved for self-driving here in California yesterday? I surely did, and I tagged Sergio in it because they're giving rides in California, like I said they would.
So you won.
I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't gonna have no pink hair. It ain't April.
Also, Scott,
they yesterday. They're going to work. So Sergio, if you hear this,
so is it actually? So they announced it, but when does it actually start?
No, they got their permits yesterday.
Okay. So they could have cars on the road today.
Yeah, but you know what? Technically, I got to be honest. Technically, they've been running full self-driving, driverless cars for the last year and a half in California. Tesla has been running full self-driving, driverless cars for their employees for the last 18 months.
But that's not public streets.
No, what do you mean public street? Of course it's public streets.
This isn't going
employees
around their campus.
No. Steven, sir, my friend, good friend of mine. Okay. If you're an employee of Tesla, you already had the rideshare app on your phone. You could order a car back and forth. They encouraged you to order a car back and forth to work every day. You didn't pay for it. Tesla paid for your transportation back and forth to work. The stipulation was you were riding in a driverless car.
So I would like to see where these cars were actually driving.
Yeah, sure.
Because if they're just driving around their campus, I mean, why would you need to get approved then if you're able to legally drive on the streets?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
That doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. Just saying it seems improbable. Nick,
there you go.
This is all you, Nick. Hey, Nick, watched your video and thanks for such a brief, informative over-renting car from Uber. I met the same situation and I'm losing my earnings and struggling. I don't know. In thoughts of renting from Uber. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
I mean, yeah, the only thing I would recommend is that you don't go through Hertz when we're talking about the Tesla. That's the only one that I would recommend. Avis has the Mustang if you're looking for electric vehicle, or try to look into the local options. So in our case, we have Buggy, we have Zipcar. Those are better options in terms of because for us, Buggy allows you to use both platforms, and that's really important. In terms of making money, you want to have both platforms. So we have a local option called DriveWhip, and that's what everybody was talking about earlier. DriveWhip
they weren't local.
Well, they allow us to use their cars here, so it's technically local. No, I mean, yeah, they're based out of Maryland.
Oh, that's right, because there was only certain areas that they send their cars to, so I wouldn't see them here in California.
I don't know. I mean, you might want to
check. I don't think, because they were. Oh wait, no, that was Scott. That was what's his name? Tony, that company that he was using, they weren't in
Test
California.
Oh,
Test drive.
or test, yeah.
Test drive. Test
But
drive.
I still think Drive Whip wasn't offering. You couldn't register for California because I would have tried to get a car.
Somebody said, I don't know how much truth is to that. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
said they're in San Francisco.
Oh, maybe
I don't know.
Maybe San Francisco and not LA. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that, but
All I know is
don't
I
have those
couldn't get
insights
one,
like that.
so I was like,
Not yet.
okay, whatever. Rinse my hands on them.
So
Well, when we get them on this,
go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, I guess Vinny has reached out to him, so we'll have him on the show. But as of right now, we don't know what markets they're in and what markets they're not in.
I know I was
kinda
denied
know.
already, so
I would say reapply and see if they're there.
I mean, at
They're
this
bigger.
point, they can't
They're
do
much
nothing.
bigger. Yeah, I understand.
Really encouraged. Yeah. What was that last one? Yeah. Really encouraged to make my decision now in a wise manner. Thanks for the video. When you're in the charging station and can't block the window shades.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you talking about it.
In Drive is biting the dust. Go ahead and play the Queen song. Another one bites the dust. Bada-bum, bum, bum. Another one bites the dust. And another one's gone. And another one's gone. Another one. Hey, Thomas.
Bites the dust.
Yes, sir.
Thomas, my brother.
Yes,
my brother
sir.
from another mother.
Yes.
Hey,
What's going on, brothers?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Okay. Did you also get the same message that Pascal got that InDrive is leaving your market?
No, I haven't checked my emails yet. No, I haven't gotten it yet.
That's how we found out.
That's interesting.
Pascal sent out he sent me a text yesterday with InDrive saying that they were leaving Miami because they couldn't afford the insurance. And didn't they just open up there in your market like 4 months ago? Did a big grand opening and all that shit?
Yeah, they had a whole grand opening. Sergio came up here. The whole kid and caboodle. I mean, a lot of these companies, they try, but then they overdo it. That race to zero is something serious.
Hey, bro, ain't no joke.
Who you telling?
Dude, it's ridiculous. But I can tell you, if you start off and you trying to make that race to zero, you ain't gonna last. Either you just gonna have a hard line, like we ain't going no lower than this. This is our mileage. This is our minutes. That's what we give it. And you don't have to be like, take it or leave it at some point.
Yeah,
it's a sad state of affairs that these companies, they come and go and they fail so miserably.
I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up now, right? I'm bringing it up now, so that everybody sees what I was sent. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, hold on.
We have Hertz rentals from Uber and Tesla rentals is 499 CAD.
No fucking problems. Here you go.
This is for you. I think what Nick's trying to recommend is if you can find a local company that has rentals, you're going to be in a better position. Just because, at least here, and a lot of people on the Rideshare Garage, whether watching or on the panel, have had issues with Hertz and taking more than they should out of your account. So, and then having issues with trying to argue with them to get their money back. Or get their they charge them too much for the charging on the car, all kinds of crazy stuff, and it's like you can't get help.
Well, this is how you solve that with Hertz. Buy one of them. That's how you solve that.
Hey, sometimes look, I wasn't and I rented for a long time.
Yeah, but Thomas, some people. Some people just can't instantly go out there and do that.
That's true.
And, it's like telling somebody, "Well, quit driving, go find something else." Well, that's not always the answer either. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
You got a big fan there, Vinny.
I mean, yeah, because I look at it like this: when I seen you,
Peace of
those
mind, nothing to
Teslas
worry
that's
about.
3 years old,
No, the
and
other
they
one.
want
Under it.
14 to 16 grand.
You gonna teach Buddha a lesson?
Buddha says Vinny talks like Bernie Sanders to the rest of Congress. Okay, well, that's good. I'm happy for you, Buddha. Thank you, sir.
Like Nikki said, the peace of mind and nothing to worry about. And unfortunate things, the GTA driving is worse. And I had T-boned. Oh man, that sucks. I was having my right of way and my car went totaled. Sorry to hear that. Scene. Looks like he got a T-bone. Was your situation a T-bone too?
Exactly. Yeah.
Man.
Very
I wish
similar
somebody
situation.
would, hey, if somebody wants to T-bone
He
my
done told you what to drive. I think wasn't Sergio
And
hitting
you
at what
missed
to
out on the
drive?
fires, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Like, I want to come back outside and just see the skeleton of where my car used to be. Yeah.
God damn. God damn. Where you live at? Watts?
I want to see those sparks that flew out of that one Tesla in the middle of the fire that I was watching on Vinny's his ex.
Dude.
Like, I want to see the nice spark, and then I know
Some of
that
these people are just
I
tripping.
think I could still drive it. No.
Yeah. Trip scenes. Yeah. So it's just in my experience with Hertz, as Steven was saying, it's just that they don't do good business in the sense of they charge you one thing, so you leave the office thinking, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna. You said $4.99 CAD. Yeah, you think that that's all you're gonna pay, but what they don't tell you is, okay, now you're gonna pay extra for your charging,
They're
and
gonna
you
charge
might be
you
like,
up
well.
front for next week.
So then you might be like, well, I only know I'm gonna do $100 in charging, so it's $4.99 plus 100, so $5.99 CAD. So you start thinking, okay, I'm only gonna pay $5.99. Then they hit you with another fee, or then they start playing with your bank account because they, with the rental car companies, they leave the money, then they take the money, and then they put the money back.
They
So now your
honestly feel
bank
like
is.
they're one level above legal.
Yeah. So now your
Right.
bank is calling you and it's like it's fraud, but you could say
Yeah.
yes, but then it's like, well, when they do it a couple times, it's like, no, this is obviously something wrong. But the bank will just, they'll so either the bank will close your account if you don't respond quick enough, or there'll be a situation where they take the money out. So you're like, okay, cool. Well, they done took the money out. Then they put the money back. So then you're like, well, okay, so I've already paid. So yeah, but they took the money out. I don't know what to do. And then, now you got to play that game of always remembering your money. And then if you miss a day or you don't pay it when they actually pull the money
They'll
out,
remove the car from your.
then they'll remove the car from your Uber app, and now they'll charge you a late fee. So now you got to pay like a $65 late fee just
Oh, and at the
because they
same
were
time,
playing.
they'll report that it's stolen.
Oh yeah, they do that
God
too.
damn.
So, and this is all on, and then they charge you tolls. So if you don't have, in our market, it's SunPass or Easy
That sounds
Pass.
Yep.
great. Sign me
Mhm.
up.
So it's just a lot of little things that they don't tell you when you're at that counter. It's like, oh yeah, I'm only paying $4.99. No, you're probably gonna be paying $600-$700, and that's just the way it is. And you could call them, you could go to the office, you could talk to everybody you want to, but everybody's gonna give you the same face. Oh no. And then you call the number and they say, well, you got to talk to the
Vinny.
location because it's an Uber Hertz rental. And then you go to the Uber Hertz rental and they say, well, call the number. And then you call the corporate and it's like, corporate can't do anything because it's the location. You got to talk to the manager. And then the manager's like, well, I don't see the charge. So it's like a whole loop. So yeah, if you can rent from somebody else, it's just the way that they do the Teslas. Because when you charge, you don't charge on your personal account, you charge on their account. So if you can do anybody else for a Tesla, then that's fine. So that's why I was recommending Avis, because you pay for your charging up front.
Let's see. You are right, Nick. There'll definitely be a hidden charge, insurance in other ways. Debating account. LOL Buddha. Let's see. My car is being financed, and I'm confused whether Uber Insurance will send a check to my auto loan bank or to me. If you can clear this out. Question to all of the panel. Ooh. Hey, who was the last person to deal with insurance? Yeah.
Do you have? I'm hoping that you have full coverage. Wait, no, you said Uber. As long as you have full coverage on your car because you're financing it, I would guess you have full coverage. Uber will pay the claim and they'll send it directly to your bank.
What the hell are you laughing about?
Look, there's look, when you're responsible for trying to manage the live, and you're fighting with your with the producer and the executive producer. You know, look,
no, you're not fighting with any of them. There's no fight. I own this motherfucker. Shit. See, some people just don't understand English.
Yeah.
So I just tried to call Mario.
He's probably in the zone right now.
He didn't answer, so I don't know. Well, I mean, it is 10:46 on a Wednesday night. He might be out with his girlfriend or something. But I want to see what dude's talking about.
Well, he said he's live.
Dropping F-bombs on Miami Beach. Well, if he's live, then yeah, I can't do nothing.
Maybe that's the phone he's using to be live. I don't,
It could be.
Question:
Hey,
are you guys closer to?
Where's Buddha? Where's Buddha?
Oh, here I'm gonna bring.
Oh, is that Buddha? Oh, I didn't see him. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. This all right, all right,
Buddha. Come on, Buddha. I'll let you in. Come on. I won't throw you off the panel. Come on.
Questions: are you guys closer to leaving rideshare, or do you see yourself still driving in 5 years?
Jesus, hope not.
I'm almost out. Well, I'm out as of now.
So I don't have like a what is it? I want to pay off my car, so that still needs to happen. But also, I put a lot of money toward my investments, and it's like, for me, it's like a waiting game for when my investments do what I need them to do. So that I can't really say when that timeline is, because certain laws and whatnot, certain frameworks need to come out before my investments do what I need them to do. So that's where I am.
I was hoping to be done with as many hours that I normally put in now, but I've been weaning myself off little by little. I still go hard on the weekends though. I still get what I need to get on the weekends, so Friday, Saturday, mainly Saturdays and Sundays. But I don't go nowhere near as hard as I used to during the week. I come out, make my 70, 80, $100 in a couple, 3-4 hours during the week, do what I got to do, and then go hard on the weekends. Make my money that way. You want to bring him? Oh, you brought him on? Bro? Okay.
Yo, Vinny.
You advertising Gatorade, bro?
Yeah, they pay the bills, bro. So
you don't notice how the athletes now, when they have the Gatorade bottle automatically on the table, they take it and put it down under the table
because they ain't getting paid.
Yeah. And you over here? Yeah, that's right.
Nah, but hey, Vinny.
I see that mouse.
I test drove the Rivian.
And what do you want? A cookie?
And
what do you want? A cookie? Traitor.
He's like, hey, the Y betrayed me first.
I didn't like the driving of it. I just comparing that to the Escalade and to my Model Y. I don't know, man. It just
how the hell do you compare an Escalade to a Model Y?
No. Out of all the cars that I've driven, I've driven the Escalade, I've driven the Model Y, I've driven in the Polestar, I've driven in the Rivian and the Escalade. To me, there's nothing to it. There's nothing I don't know. It's just there's nothing there. Like
every other car is just a car, bro. It's built like every other car on the road, other than Tesla, is built like every other car on the road. When you look at all the EVs, the Rivians, the Lucids, the Hyundai Ion Qs or whatever, they're nice cars. The Mach-E, they're nice cars. Don't get it twisted. But let's be honest, they're set up just like a regular legacy car. Got a full dashboard, full dash cluster.
Especially the Cadillac one, the Lyric.
So
yeah,
I test drove the Model 3 Highland, and the Model 3 Highland just stood out to me more than the Rivian.
Model 3 Highland, okay.
The new Model 3, right?
They got some nice style. They got a nice personality.
Like it just felt like more of a, like more better. Like the Rivian's seats were more comfortable and more height, like it's more leather, and the interior is nicer. But like the Escalade, the one that I rented, has the full curved display thing, and like I don't know, I just felt like it just felt too.
It's a different technology. It's a different technology.
I just felt like if I would buy a Rivian, it's not for ride share or anything. It'll just be like, all right, guys, let's go to the lake.
Well, then here's the question. Then if you didn't do rideshare, would you give a shit about owning an EV?
You know what? I've been always wanting an EV though.
But that's not the question. But that's not the question. If you didn't do rideshare, would you care about driving an EV?
No, I don't give two fucks about it.
There's the question. See, I would still want to drive my Model Y.
Yeah,
I'd still want to drive that Model Y.
Yeah, I'd still drive my Model Y. In fact, I like the Lucid. I like the Rivian. They're both way out of price range right now, but I would like to try one of those. I mean, in the big issue with the Rivian, I mean, those tires are ridiculously expensive. It's crazy.
Dude, the display, right? The display, the screen is like, it looks nicer than anything else, but it's like way too far. Like it's like instead of being towards the driver or just flat in the middle, right? Like a Tesla, it's like towards the passenger little. Like it's like, I don't know. I just couldn't fuck with it at all.
But I definitely enjoy driving my Y. I have no problem driving my Y.
Yeah, almost killing me in your stupid Y too, and pulling your Y. I pulled your Y. What? Whoa, never mind. Hold on.
Well, to be fair, Scott, when you're in mine, it's got the sport suspension, and it's in the second largest rim for that model. Because I know there's 22s, but I have the 20.
Bro, he drives a grocery cart. Okay, come on, let's keep it real. Okay, he drives a grocery cart. Let's be honest. It's a Suburban. It's a grocery cart. As Richie Hustle said earlier, it's not a buggy, it's a cart. He drives a grocery cart. Put a big old handle on the back, and he's pushing down the produce aisle. Now, goddamn it, Scott, you want to play with me? Want to play with me, Scott? I'll play with you. Let's go. 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. Let's go. What you want to do? No privates. You got to stay on Uber only.
Ooh, I like it.
Now, there's your and you got California rates.
True.
Biatch.
Got that Prop 22 money.
I'll beat any Tesla.
I'll see you on Saturday then. All these goddamn challenges. I hear all these fucking challenges. Show up or shut up. There you go.
Nick barely won me. It's about time he hits 2 racks a week.
Bro, you're not allowed to say nothing. You lost.
Yeah, you say I lost. Congratulations.
You haven't even put up your numbers from what I understand. You didn't show you. Why didn't you show your numbers?
Did you update your numbers?
Homeboy fucking didn't put his nothing on Gig Wars. So
so you didn't either?
Bro, he said.
I have no idea.
No, I'm asking him. He's right there. You didn't put your numbers either? Really? You were talking so much crap about him. You didn't put your numbers.
Bro, he said that he barely hit. I said, Nick, where's your numbers at? Oh, I thought you quit. Bro, first day, bro. What the fuck you talking about? I quit. Oh, dude, okay. I put my pictures on the app. Okay. And it said $411. He said $411, right? He made $411. And it's like, okay,
My mom
cool.
said be nice to old people.
Oh no.
Hey,
Damn.
You saw that? You
that's
saw my
okay,
comment?
Scott. Just watch out for them old people. They move a little different. Just watch out. They move a little different.
Yeah, they
That's
got
all
a
I'm
little
saying.
bit more experience. They survived a lot.
Just remember, you're 6'4", which means my foot is closer to your knee to bring you down the side. Just remember that. Just remember that. Just if you at 6'4", don't mean I gotta crawl too high to get to that kneecap. I'm just saying.
I know
I'm dirty. I ain't clean. I'm dirty. I'm just letting you know I'm dirty. Fuck that.
She said.
Yeah, she did. She got pregnant.
Nah, but yeah, the challenge was fun. Thank you, Nick. We had fun with it. Even though he's over here talking his shit. I mean, it's all good. I lost. I feel it. You know, I can't say no excuses. But it's about time he finally shows that he actually makes 2K. Look at his face. Look at his laughing. out of like 80 videos, homeboy barely put up videos that I made it 2x a week.
All I do is win, no matter what.
Copyright!
What played? I can't hear it. What played? Oops, my bad.
All right. Bro, Nick just got monetized. Are you gonna really want to demonetize the homeboy?
It was supposed to be another donation tone. My bad.
Yeah, I know. Scott, appreciate it. I'm still gonna kick you in the
Okay, I'll play
goddamn knee
I
when
didn't
see
want to
you.
play the same one over again, but here.
That's all right.
And I haven't even got my
That probably
tits
get
out
copyrighted
yet.
too now.
That's what's up.
God.
Yeah, that's probably.
They'll find a way to copyright all of us. Don't worry.
That is my bad. I'll have to go back through my sounds.
Like I said, Scott, that ain't gonna save you from getting kicked in the knee. I'm gonna be right there with my cane, kicking your ass in the knee. And that's if we're in California. If we're here, it might be a little different.
Oh.
Yeah.
Buddha.
Well, no,
That's
I have access
intentional.
to tools here. That's all.
I intentionally don't show my numbers in my videos anymore because I have other things going on. And yeah, so you want to see my numbers, you got to join the Telegram group. That's what I've said over and over. So it's intentional.
What does that have to do with the official gig war?
No, so I actually missed the date. I forgot that it after a certain point it locks the gig war. And so yeah, I missed the gig war. I missed the time to update my numbers. But I updated my
don't understand
numbers
why
in the
it's not
Telegram.
being uploaded every so many hours.
Bullshit.
Because Buddha didn't
he
post
thought
anything
I did post. I did post.
All I'm hearing is excuses for both sides. That's all
Look,
I'm saying.
bro,
I posted my numbers in the Telegram app, which was where he originally challenged me at. I posted my numbers almost every day.
I heard about the war.
I
I didn't hear about no Telegram group.
I have
forgot to post in the gig war app.
I have screenshots.
So that should be the end of it. I forgot to post.
I got screenshots of it. I'm like, Nick, where your numbers at? Even his own fucking homies are like, damn, Nick about to get cooked. Even his own homies say he was gonna get cooked. But
What
you know what?
talking about?
Ain't nobody believe that.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody believe
For
that.
donuts on Saturday morning.
He's
Yes.
2K a week for the first time.
Thank you, Scott, for the donuts. I appreciate it.
Just letting you know.
I'm surprised he didn't give
you.
He should have gave you for your coffee. Give you the donuts for your coffee.
Calm down,
No,
Mr.
we're good.
Premier
We're good.
Driver.
We're good. We're good, Scott. We're good.
Nah, Nick. Hey, Nick. Look, Nick.
Only do a couple
we about to do that revenge one, right? I gotta do the double or nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It looks like he's saying you ready to get cooked again. Let me know.
I'm trying to cook Nick one more time. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Some one more game.
Buddha, if that's what you want, you let me know.
Is it actually going to be on the war this time? You can actually upload your numbers.
Every
Going to
2
be in
hours,
the
you can
magical
upload
Telegram group.
So technically, I did on Monday. Just so you're aware. So I did the first day. The second day, when I was sitting there, I'm like, Buddha, I text Buddha. Buddha didn't respond. And I thought he had quit. Wednesday, Buddha came on and said, "Hey, what was it?" I think it was Thursday, actually. It was Thursday that Buddha came on and was like, "Hey, well, you haven't posted your number." Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, at that point, I should have. I was gonna wait until Friday, which is Friday morning, but I forgot at that point. So that's why I forgot.
So see Nick, we gotta have to do the good old screen recording shit, dog. Cause I want to make sure these numbers are
See,
legitimate.
I want to just make sure it's not all this relying on each other stuff, and you just put in your own numbers when you're supposed to put.
And it's funny, and it's a good match between me and Nick. Is a good match because we both have Lyft, Uber, and Curry, so we both can use those 3 apps to our advantage. But I came up a little short. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all good.
So yeah, I mean that's cool. But I did screen record all of my rides, just so
I know.
you
I've
know.
seen it. I've seen the screen recording. Well, I don't
I
know
did
if
go through the
you
whole
gotta
thing.
verify. You gotta face verify your fucking thing and then scroll through it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know. I won't be. I know. I can't be Mr. Steven over there because he says that he's gonna add his W-2 in there. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be challenging somebody during the week, I'd definitely be adding my W-2 money.
Hell no. Homie, I can't be now. You know, you fucked up.
That's why I said if you really like the other guy that was asking to challenge me, I'm down for a challenge. But I weekend days,
I'm gonna have to
Friday,
do
Saturday, Sunday. I work those days. I'm willing to take on a challenge.
Yo, Silver Fox, you're still here? Damn, homie fell asleep. Damn it.
Yeah, I guess so. Man, I heard this week was really slow. So I mean, especially in the orange area. Even Scott, weren't you having some problems too? I think one.
Oh well, Pascal was making plenty of money out there yesterday.
Hey,
Pascal
man.
was having a hell of a day yesterday.
I thought he doesn't do live no more.
He still he turns on the app. He turned on the app.
I turn on the app. I don't accept anything. So it's such garbage.
I seen some $20 surges out there. I'm like, damn, cunt. Shit. I was like, where's
$20 surges? $20 surges with $22 payouts.
Gambit,
what?
How long is it going to take you for you to make that move, Gambit?
What does Gambit?
We got to have you back on. We got to have you back because he came into the show once, right?
Local products are cheap.
No, I invited Gambit onto the show. I don't know how many times, but never made it to the show.
Yeah, because I would love to. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if you're still there, but I mean, I want to talk to you.
I think he's a wealth of knowledge. I think San Francisco Driver's a wealth of knowledge.
The boss is
we got
calling.
some guys who show up all the time that are they're wealths of knowledge. I'd love to get them on.
Even SF Driver challenged me to a little war, and I smacked them too.
Well, it's all dependent on. It truly is all dependent on, luck of the draw with the rides you get. Because if you're not getting good rides, you can only wait so long before you got to start moving and making money. You can only cherry pick so much.
And that's what
I think. I think you can only cherry pick so much.
That's what I was telling Nick and Silver sometimes. And Steven, he's been more active in our server now, and he understands that you're like, man, you're waiting for 3-4 hours and not getting a good ride, and then you're just letting all these 30s, 40s, 60s because it's not your thing, and then it's like you just sat there and winked it for fucking 4 hours when you could have just taken those rides and and just accept whatever you can. And like I feel like cherry picking is dead for me. Like, I don't make money cherry picking anymore because the more I cherry pick, yeah, you're getting more per hour, but you're also fucking off a ton of time. Like they say, time is money, and you're not doing
Time
shit
is
with
money.
time. And then sometimes I like, you know what? Let me go film a video real quick. And then I'm filming a sick ass video that I was planning, and then it's like, man, this shit whack. Fuck this shit. You know, and then
I think when it comes to cherry picking, you have to cherry pick with intention. You have to cherry pick with intention. So once you know what your number is in your head that you're willing to drive for, wait until that shows up, and then once that number shows up, you got to go for it. But that number can't be so fucking high to where I call you Omar. You know what I mean?
I mean, Omar said that he's
Omar wants $110 a fucking minute. All right. I'm just saying, I love Omar. I love him to death, and I would love to get $110 a minute. But ain't nobody making not even Scott in his thong is he making $110 a minute.
Hey man, you know, my dad made one time $100 a minute.
Well, I'm just saying, most people.
Yeah,
well, most people, you know, I'm just saying it doesn't work that way. You know? And it might work that way, and it might work that way for a day. It might work that way for 2 days, but it ain't gonna work that way every day. So you gotta, I don't know. For me,
I keep on
know what your number is.
I keep on coming to your stupid little thing that you say that's so. You're only what is it? What do you say? Fuck, dude. I need to tweet this out. What do you say, bro? And me and Silver always talk about this shit all the time. It's
What's he talking about?
Are you talking about the legends thing? You're only a legend.
Like when times are good.
Yeah, it is the legend.
Everybody's a hero or whatever that shit is.
Everybody's a hero when times are good. Do you know what that means?
But when the times are bad,
legends. That's when legends are made.
Yeah, bro. I be saying that shit to Silverfox all the time when it's fucking slow. We're like, fuck, bro. Like it's fucking.
And that's why I'm still out there making that $200.
I mean, Thomas is old school with me. Pascal, he's a baby. He's Canadian. He don't fucking know. But you know, old school people understand that logic.
Yep.
You know, it's true. It's 100% true. Everybody can look good when there's plenty, but when everything's scarce, like that's when you got to put in the work. That's when the work comes in. Work don't come in if it's 100 apples on that tree and I pick off 7 of them, I just fed my family. But when there's 1 apple on that tree, I ain't feeding that whole family off that tree. I got to go hunt another tree. That's all I'm saying with it.
100%.
And that's so fucking true, bro. Because it's like, yeah, you may have a good week. You make $2,000 a week in 40 hours, but the next week is so tough that to hit the 2 racks, you're gonna have to do 80 hours. You know what I mean?
I mean, think about it. Think about it in this sense, right? If on average it takes me about 35 hours a week to hit $1,000. Okay, it takes me about 35 hours a week to hit $1,000. That I don't know about y'all, but to me, getting there in 35 hours is pretty damn good. It's not bad, right? All on one app. That ain't multiple apps, and that ain't doing shit. That's one fucking app, right? Now to get those are 35 of the best hours. Minus the mornings. I don't work mornings. Everybody knows what I do in the mornings. Mm-hmm. So get off my dick with that shit. That ain't changing. But right, if I added a morning shift, I could add another 15 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the morning. Does that extra 15 hours now puts me at 50 hours? Does that put me at 1,500, 1,600 a week? See, that's reasonable to me to work a job. That's reasonable. Anything for me, anything over 60 hours a week, man, that, but I'm a little older. I understand. I'm a little older. My goals are different, anything over that in a car, bro. But hey, listen, Tom, nobody I know, not on this panel, not in real life, hustles harder than you do. There was a guy, Eddie used to hustle like you did, but then Uber took away all the bonuses and he said, fuck that. He bought a Cadillac.
True.
So he hustles differently now. But don't nobody hustle harder than you, Thomas. Nobody.
I try my best.
Bro. Hey, I ain't even bullshitting you. Nobody hustles harder than you.
Hey, if I come home at 8 o'clock at night, that's a short day for me.
That's a short day for you. I'm trying to
That's
tell
a
you.
short day.
Yeah, it would be nice to come home at 12 consistently.
Tell me about it. What time is it now?
It's like I
11,
get,
10?
like once we finish with the show, I'll be out on the road trying to make a little money too, because I got goals and I want to knock them out. Well, this is
when I picked up the Queen tonight, she was listening to Dave Ramsey.
Yeah,
it was something about a husband and wife. They the first thing I heard was, well, you don't have a debt problem, you got an income problem.
Yep.
Right, because together they only made $28,000 a year, and they were they were upside down on some credit cards. But you know, when it's like there are certain people, for whatever reason, could be a multitude of reasons, might be a physical impairment, might be a mental impairment, might be just a lack of skills, might be too old to learn something new. Remember when the last guy was in the White House and they fired all them oil pipeline workers? They said, well, go learn the code. Bro, you're not taking a roughneck off an oil rig and telling him to go learn the code.
Nope.
The motherfucker ain't doing it. So, you know, so when we sit there and you make these damn stupid ass statements, you know, like they did, and Ramsey, like I've never been like a big Ramsey fan. I understand the point. The delivery for me just don't work. I don't like the delivery.
Yeah,
right.
I remember you saying that.
But if the best you can do, if the best you can do is 28,000, like how do you increase that? So why I mention that is because I bring it around to what we do in the gig world, right? In the gig space. There's only so many hours in a day that are good hours.
Right.
There's a point during the day. There's a point during the day every day where our energy levels go the wrong way, right? The work isn't there. The rides aren't there. The energy level
traffic is heavy as hell.
Yeah. I mean, let's just be honest. If you, like Buddha said, we got $20 surges down here. Okay. $20 surge for a 3-minute ride. That's $23. But if it takes me an hour and a half to do the damn ride, did the $20 surge really do me any good? Give me 3 rides at $10 in an hour versus a $23 an hour ride. I'll take the 3 $10 rides in that same hour all day.
Right.
Yep.
So I don't know. That's me though. What do I know? I'm just an old bum.
I'm about to say I'm just a damn Uber driver.
I'm just a guy. That's right. Tell him again, Thomas.
I'm just an Uber driver.
I'm just an Uber driver. I don't know shit.
I'm just a dumbass Uber driver.
Yep. Just a dumbass Uber driver. I've said it 1,000,000 times. Play with it.
That's not a bad ride.
Nope.
So anyway, all right, Steven, you can take us home, bro. It's 11.
Yeah. Hey, we appreciate everybody coming out to the panel. And really good conversation. And I think this gives you a real good, clear look at the environment that we're in with rideshare. I mean, things are changing, but they're changing in a way that's it's suppressing, you know, what you can earn. So, I mean, as we've said from this stage before, you know, keep working on those skill sets, on your skill set, and try to build towards, you know, try to use some of this money to build yourself up and invest value in yourself. We believe you can do it. You can do it with social media if you want to. You can do it. You can get into sales. You can get into learning how to fix things, whatever it might be. But we do appreciate you being here and being able to answer some of the questions, especially this big, you know, this was a big thing with DriveWhip. You know, fortunately we had somebody right in the middle, you know, getting a lot of information, and unfortunately they didn't come on the show, but you know, we got the information.
Well, like I said, they
and they were offered.
They've been offered, and they did I opened the door, and they have said, yeah, we'll get there. So now it's just a matter of, you know, when considering.
Right. So with that, I'm gonna probably get out on the road. What are you guys gonna be doing for the rest of everybody else on the panel?
I'm taking my ass to sleep.
Yep.
All right.
56 goddamn years old, man. I'm taking my ass to sleep.
Tell me about it. Shit.
And with that, we'll see you guys next Wednesday. See you.
Yep.
Maybe. I don't know.
Look, I made some good monies on Wednesdays. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I should be there in the morning too, by the way.